Hare Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivarodhare Yasodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yasodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yamunatira Vanachare Yamunatira Vanachare Jayo Radha Madhava Kunja Bihare Jayo Radha Madhava Kunja Bihare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada. Prabhupada, 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 Jai Prabhupada. Nitai Gaura Pramanande. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Cheva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Udhirayen Nasta Prayesu Habadresu Nityam Bhagavatam Sevayam Bhagavati Uttama Sloke Bhakti Bhavati Naistike. Before reciting the Srimad Bhagavatam, which is very meant of conquest, one should offer respectful obeisances unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead Narayana, unto Narayana Rishi, the supermost human being, unto Mother Saraswati, the goddess of learning, unto Srila Vyasadeva Jehotar, by regular attendance in classes on Srimad Bhagavatam, and by rendering of service unto the pure devotees of the Lord, all that is troublesome to the heart is almost completely destroyed, and loving service unto the Personality of Godhead, whose praise with transcendental song is established as an irrevocable fact. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 7, Chapter 4, Text 20, chapter entitled Hiranyakasipu Terrorizes the Universe. Evam Aishvarya Matasya Evam Aishvarya Matasya Driptasya Chasravartina Driptasya Chasravartina Kalo Mahan Vyatiyaya Kalo Mahan Vyatiyaya Brahmasapam Upeyusam Brahmasapam Upeyusam Evam Aishvarya Matasya Driptasya Chasravartina Kalo Mahan Vyatiyaya Brahmasapam Upeyusam Evam Aishvarya Matasya Driptasya Chasravartina Driptasya Chasravartina Kalo Mahan Vyatiyaya Brahmasapam Upeyusam Evam Aishvarya Matasya Driptasya Chasravartina Kalo Mahan Vyatiyaya Brahmasapam Upeyusam
Evam Aishwarya Matasya Diptosya Chastravartina Kalo Mahan Vyatiyaya Brahmashapam Upeyusaha
Isvarya Matyasya
Evam Aishwarya
Vipasya Chasratya Parthina
Vitasya Shastra
Kalamahan Vyatyaya
Armavanyatyaya
Ramasapam Upeyas Upyusha
Brahmasapamupeshaha
Evamasvaya Matasya
Evam Aishwarya Matasya
Vitasya Chastra Bhaktinaha
Vidyasya Shastra
Alo Mahan Vyatiyaya
Kalamavanyatyaya
Amashapam Upeyasa
Brahmasapamupeshaha
Evamasvaya Matasya
Evam Aishwarya Matasya
Vithayo Chastra Bhaktina
Vidyasya Shastra
Alo Mahan Vyatiyaya
Kalamavanyatyaya
Amasapam Upeyasa
Brahmasapamupeshaha
Evam, thus, Aishwaryamattasya, of one who was intoxicated by opulences, Driptasya, greatly proud, Utsastravarthina, transgressing the regulative principle mentioned in the Shastras, Kala, duration of time, Mahan, a great, Vyatyaya, past, Brahmasapam, accursed by exalted Brahmanas, Upeyusa, having obtained, Hiranyakasipu thus passed a long time being very much proud of his opulences and transgressing the laws and regulations mentioned in the authoritative Shastras. He was therefore subjected to a curse by the four Kumaras who were great Brahmanas. Purport. There have been many instances of which demons, after achieving material opulences, have become extremely proud, so much so that they have transgressed the laws and regulations given in the authoritative Shastras. Hiranyakasipu acted in this way as stated in Bhagavad Gita chapter 16, text 23. Ya sastra vidimusrecha vartate kamakharata nasa siddhim avapnoti na sukham na param gatim. He who discards scriptural injunctions and acts according to his own whims attains neither perfection nor happiness, nor the supreme destination. The word Shastra refers to that which controls our activities. We cannot violate or transgress the laws and regulative principles mentioned in the Shastras. Bhagavad Gita repeatedly confirms this. Tasmat chastram pramanam te karya vyavashtitau gyadva sastram vidanuktam karma kartam ihar asi. One should understand what is duty and what is not duty by the regulations of the scriptures. Knowing such rules and regulations, one should act so that he may gradually be elevated. Bhagavad Gita chapter 16, text 24. One should act according to the direction of the Shastra, but the material energy is so powerful that as soon as one becomes materially opulent, he begins to transgress the Shastric laws. As soon as one transgresses the laws of Shastra, he immediately enters upon the path of destruction. Om Ajnanatimmirandasya ज्ञाननञ्जनो शलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टां स्थापितां येन भूतले स्वयं रूपकदा मायं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरून् श्रीयुतपादकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवं च श्रीरूपं संग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सुजीवम् साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादं सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितं च। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपिका गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमोऽस्तुते। तप्त कंचन गौरांगे राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणममि हरिप्रिये। वंशकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानं पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। एवं ऐश्वर्यमत्तस्य दृप्तस्योच्चास्रावर्तिना कालो महान् व्यथियाय ब्रह्मशापम् उपेयुषाम्। Hiranyakasipu thus passed a long time being very much proud of his opulences and transgressing the laws and regulations mentioned in the authoritative shastras. He was therefore subjected to the curse by the four Kumaras, who were very great Brahmanas. So here we are continuing the reading on the subject matter of Hiranyakasipu terrorizes the universe. Somewhere or other it has been mentioned that Hiranyakasipu became too proud about his opulences, and that caused a great destruction of his own life. We'll be reading throughout this chapter. That somewhere or other the living entities only hope to progress in Krishna consciousness by accepting the reality of life is that the Krishna is the only master. Ekale Ishvara Krishna Arasabhabritya. Krishna is the only master in the world, and everybody else is eternal, fragmental, part and parcel, meant to be his servant for forever. Somewhere or other, due to the influence of the material modes of nature, people somewhere or other not able to understand the injunction of the Shastra. The Veda clearly have mentioned Bhagavan Sambandha Bhaktir Abhideyahaya Prema Prayojana Vedatina Vastukhaya. That the living entities and the Supreme Lord has got eternal sambandha, eternal relationship, and one can re-establish that eternal sambandha or relationship through the performance of the devotional service. But somewhere or other, the influence of the modes of material nature are very strong. In the chapter 14, text 5, Krishna explained, Sadvam Rajastamahiti Prakritir Guna Sambhava Imanani Mahabaho Dehadehinam Avyayam. The material world is consists of three modes of nature: mode of goodness, mode of passion, and mode of ignorance. The moment the living entities come in contact with the material world, it becomes conditions to the three modes of material nature. Sometime among these modes of nature, some become more prominent than other. It's been mentioned in the chapter 14, text 10, that Rajas Tama Chabhuya Sadvam Bhavati Bharata Raja Sadvam Tamaschaiva Tamasadvam Rajastatha. Sometimes the mode of goodness become very prominent. Sometimes the mode of passionate become more prominent. Sometimes the mode of ignorance, they defeat both the mode of goodness and mode of passionate and become very prominent. In the chapter 14:11, Krishna mentions about the nature of the mode of goodness. Says, Sarvadvare Suddehesmin Prakasam Upajayate Jnanam Yada Tadvidyad Vivritam Sattvam Ithi Vutha. Those who are in the mode of goodness, they subject to the conditions, to the jnana, knowledge. They are more eager in developing knowledge, and they are always situated in a very happy condition in their life. Lobha pravartir arambe asam karmano asamaspriya rajasi etani jayante vivratam bharatar sabha. That those who are situated in the mode of passionate, they are conditions to the karma, to the different kinds of desire. They are always in the subject matter of anchoring and lamentation in the world. And aprakaso pravartim cha pramadam moham eva cha tamasi etani jayante vivritam kurunandhana. And those who are situated in the mode of ignorance, they are conditioned to moha, illusion way of life. So those who are in the mode of goodness, they are subject to jnana, knowledge. And those who are in the mode of passionate, they are subjected to the karma, different kinds of desires. And those who are situated in the mode of ignorance, they are conditions to the moha, illusion condition of life. And practically in Kali Yuga, people are conditions to passionate raja and tama. In this way, people are not really attracted to the Vedic civilization because they got so much of condition through the nature of passion and nature of ignorance. In the chapter 18, text 30, 31, 32, Krishna explains there are three ways of understanding about the path of dharma. He says that pravartim cha, nivartim cha, karya karya bhaya bhaye, bandham moksham cha iti eva buddhi sapartha sasadvikhi. Those who are situated in the mode of goodness, they know what is to be done, what should not be done in this world. They know what is to be feared, what is not to be feared. And they also know what activities will bind them again in the material world and what activities will release them from the bondage of life in the world. So those who are situated in the goodness, they are very clear about the direction of life. And those who are situated in the passionate, they have got a different condition of life. Now it says, Yaya dharmam adharmam cha karya eva cha ayadavat prajayati buddhi sapartha rajasi. Those who are situated in the mode of passionate, they are very confused. They are not able to distinguish between dharma and adharma. Between what to be done, what not to be done, they are not very sure about which direction they should be leading their life. And in those who are situated in the mode of ignorance, it's been mentioned that dharmam dharmam iti eva manyate tamasa vritta sarvardhan viparatim va sa buddhi buddhi sapartha tamasi. Those who are conditions to the ignorance way of life, they take adharma to be dharma. They take irreligion to be the religion, and they take religion to be irreligion. At every moment of their journey of life, they always make a wrong decision of their life. In this way, Krishna beautifully explains in this 18th chapter that those who are in the mode of goodness, they're very clear what is their duty in their life. Those who are in the mode of passionate, they are not very clear what is the duty of their life. And those who are in the mode of ignorance, they always take the wrong decision of their life. So in this way, somewhere or other in Kali Yuga, everybody becomes Sudra. They are situated in the mode of ignorance, very uncivilized human being. Like Krishna asks Arjuna, Kutasva, Kasmalamidam, Visame Samupastitam, Anaryam Jusam Asvargyam, Akirti Karam Arjuna. Krishna asks Arjuna, where this impurity have come upon you. He called him Anarya, uncivilized, a person who do not know what is the real duty of his life, a person who do not know what is the difference between body and the soul. A person who do not know the ultimate goal is to somewhere or other revive their Krishna consciousness and cross over the cycle of repeated birth and death. Somewhere or other people are in the Kali Yuga. The maximum everybody is situated either they are in the mode of passionate or mode of ignorance. And generally, all of them, more or less, they are situated in the mode of ignorance, being situated in the false identification of life. False identification means thinking that I'm a white man, thinking I'm a black man, thinking I am American, thinking I am German, thinking I'm Asian, thinking that something differently from what they are real on the external bodily designation, which is not actually what they are. They are more than the external bodily designation. Indriyani parani ahur indriyabhyo paramana manusastu parabuddhiryo buddhyo partastusa. The chapter 3, text 42, Krishna explains that the living entity, we are not the body, we are not the mind, we are not the intelligence. We are beyond of all this material designation. We are the Brahmasmi, we are the spirit soul. And Krishna says, even Buddha, Param Buddha, Samsayatmana Hatmanaha. He says that now you can, understanding that you are not this body, you are not the senses, then he said, elevate yourself by the process of Krishna consciousness. So in Kali Yuga, everybody defy the injunction of the Shastra. Why? Because they are already situated in the mode of ignorance. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says in the Bhagavatam, it is explained the condition of the present age of Kali Yuga. Tataishanudena dharma satyam saucham samadaya kalena balina rajan ansati ayur balam smriti. There in Kali Yuga, people's the religiosity will reduce day by day. People's truthfulness, quality of truthfulness will be reduced day by day. People's quality of kindness will reduce day by day. The memory will reduce day by day. Their bodily strength will reduce day by day. All the good qualities of human being will be reduced day by day. He says, Vittam meva kalornirnam janmachara kunadaya. He says that in Kali Yuga, people only will think about wealth is the goal of life. Somebody came to see Prabhupada. Prabhupada asked him, what is your goal of life? And that man says, by hook or crook make money. He says, wealth is everything. And another person, he says that, no, not wealth. He says, health is everything. And another person, he says that, no. He said, wealth and health is everything. So one person says, wealth is everything. Second person says, health is everything. The third person says, wealth and health is everything. Prabhupada says, you all are real fools. He says that soul is everything in your life. Without the soul, without the life force inside you, how are you going to enjoy your wealth? How are you going to enjoy your health? So soul is more important than wealth and health. But somewhere at being ignorance means they are in the monkey condition of life. If you bring a monkey, then you keep 100 euro in front of the monkey and you keep one banana, which one the monkey will take? Banana. Why monkey takes the banana? Because monkey has no brain. If the monkey has got brain, the monkey will know for the 100 euro dollar, I can buy so many banana. But somewhere or other, people are living in a very ignorant condition of life. Somewhere or other, with Krishna consciousness, they can be very successful person in their life. Like we've been reading, Nasti Buddhi Ayuktaksya Nachaktasya Bhavana Nachaba Vaita Santir Asantyasya Kutta Sukham. If a person is not connected into Krishna consciousness, there is no way he will have a purified intelligence. Without that purified intelligence, he won't be able to have a steady mind. Without the steady mind, there won't be any peace in his life. Without having peace, he cannot have any kinds of happiness in his life. So in this way, here Prabhupada explains in the purport, it's very important for people to follow the injunction of the Shastras. Here Prabhupada quoted the verse from Bhagavad Gita chapter 16, 23 and 24. Yasasra vidimusrecha vartate kamakarata nasasilim avapnoti nasukam na param gate. If somebody discards the injunction of the Shastra, he cannot have perfection in his life and he also cannot have happiness in his life. And the second verse, Prabhupada said, Tasma chasram pramanam te karya karana karya vivashtita. Gyatva sasra vidanoktam karma kartum iharhasi. The next verse, Prabhupada explains here that Shastra becomes the pramanam. How to live in the world, you have to follow the injunction of the Shastra. In the creation, for the moment Brahma was created, the Lord imparted the knowledge of the Shastra, Janma Diyasya Yata Noyat Itaratau Chardau Abhigya Swarar. Brahma was very confused. He did not know what was the purpose of his creation there. And the Lord imparted this knowledge into the heart of Brahmaji. Then Brahma able to understand the purpose of creation, of his creation in the world. So very importantly, a person follow the Shastra. Shastra is the pramanam, it is the final authority. It is the witness, evidence for what we want to do in our life. There is explained that the three kinds of pramanam is there. Pramanam means the evidence. And the one is there called the pratyaksha. Second is called anumanam, and third is called sabda. Pratyaksha means that a sense perception, that direct evidence, you take a direct evidence. And somebody says that unless I experience this thing, unless I see this thing, otherwise I don't believe into this pramanam, this evidence. This is pratyaksha, no? Self-perception. And the second one is evidence they take as the anumanam, by their previous experiences. No? It is full of mental speculation. Or previously when I came to Germany, around this time, it was winter. And I was thinking that it will be winter again this time, but may not be winter. The weather would have changed. So with the previous experiences, we try to speculate. Maybe it can be like this and maybe it can be like that. That is called anumanam. The second ways of getting the accurate information. The third way is called sabda. Sabda means taking the word from the authority, hearing from the revealed scriptures, which is coming from the parampara, evam parampara praptam im rajarasya vido. Krishna said, today I am speaking again to the same knowledge, my dear Arjun, because you are my friend and you are not envious of me. So with these three ways of pramanam, taking evidences, the pramanam of the sabda pramanam is the most accurate and is the most recommended process for us to gather the evidence of the activities of the world. Because why? Because the human being, when they wanted to have their own sense perception, with their own experiences, they are not going to have a right, accurate and perfect information, because the human being have got 4 defects in their life. They are meant to make mistake. They've got a tendency to cheat other people, and their senses are imperfect, and they are being in illusion. It's not possible for them to understand things properly according to their own research. Whereas the Shastra is directly spoken by the Lord Himself, who is beyond of any kinds of defect in the world. Namam karmani limpanti, name karma palaspriya, hitimam yo bhijanati karma birna sabhadyate. Only the Lord has got no any reaction in the world. There is no, anything is required by the Lord. Is beyond of all this condition of this world. In the chapter 7, text 12, the Lord says, Echaiva sadvika bhava raja sastama sachai mata iveti tanvudina tvam te sute mai. My dear Arjun, I am the creator of the 3 modes of material nature, but I am beyond this conditional material nature. So Krishna is the creator of all those things, but at the same time is beyond the material nature. So now by taking the evidence from the sabda, from the revealed scripture, one can get the accurate information. And the Shastra is there to give people a guidance how to live in the world, that we can fulfill the human goal of life, how we can perform our duty properly. So in this way, the other kinds of evidences are not really recommended. The scientists, they are too much dependent on their scientific advancement, scientific finding. Just like a child has been, found in somewhere. And the child, they have to find out who's the father of the child. So they have to see the DNA of the child, and to find out who's the father, and they have to find the right person to take his DNA to compare to see the child's DNA, to make sure that the child, is the father of the child. But somewhere or other, most of the time it may not be possible, because you may not find that person to do any kind of test and research anything. So, but the easy way is that you ask the mother, who is the father of this child, and the mother can give you the right answer. So the Veda being the mother. So if anybody wants to know who is the father, anybody wants to know how to perform the activities in this world in a way that they can fulfill the goal of human life, which is to revive Krishna consciousness and go back to him. For that reason, they have to take the pramanam, Shastra pramanam. The Prabhupada emphasized, Tasma Shastram pramanam te. Unless one follow the pramanam, the evidence of the Shastras, it's not possible for them to have a perfection in their life. It's not possible for them to be happy in their life. So the Shastra is very deep and very wide and very big. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu made it very easy for everybody. Even though it is a great subject matter. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has made it very easy. When Mahaprabhu met Prakasananda Saraswati in Banaras, Varanasi, and Prakasananda Saraswati, they were Mayavadis, sannyasis. They were somewhere or other. They were not happy with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and they also calling Mahaprabhu as Murka, a foolish person. And one time Mahaprabhu was, in Banaras, and one of the Brahmana called him to go to his house for lunch. And he also has called a lot of other Mayavadi sannyasis to go. And they were sitting in the Brahmana house, and Mahaprabhu went there. The moment he entered, he saw all these people are sitting, and he went to wash his lotus feet, and after washing his lotus feet, he sat in that place. That place is not considered to be very clean, because everybody washing their feet. And Mahaprabhu washed his lotus feet, and then he sat there. And Prakasananda Saraswati, he personally came to Mahaprabhu. He said that, why not you come and sit inside with us? Mahaprabhu told him, Amihai ina sampradaya, tomara sabare sabaya, na haite hoya. Mahaprabhu told him that I'm coming from a very low sampradaya. I'm not qualified to equally sit with all of you. He said, Tumi Tomara, Jagat Guru. He says, you are like a guru of the entire world. I'm not even equal to your disciples. So in this way, Mahaprabhu, he showed his humility in that crowd. And then Prakasananda Saraswati Maharaj, he asked Mahaprabhu, he asked him that, he said, Murka sannyasi nija dharma nahi jani, bahu kera haya pera bahu karisane. He says that, I think, you are Murka, you are foolish sannyasi. You don't even know what is the real dharma of the sannyasi. He says, Vedanta padava dhyano sannyasere dharma. Adachari karakena bahukera karma. Prakasananda Saraswati says the real dharma, duty of a sannyasi, he should be reading the Veda. But you are not doing that. You are sentimentally dancing and rolling on the ground. He says, Prabhu kare dekhiya tumi sakshat narayana hina chara kare kena. He says that, my dear, Mahaprabhu, you are look same like exactly like Narayana. But then I do not know why you are engaged in low class activities. Inachara means low class activities. And Mahaprabhu told him, Prabhu kahi suna Sri Padayari Karana Guru More Murka Deki Karila Sastra. My Guru Maharaj told me that I'm a fool. Tumi tomara murka nahi Vedanta kira. You will never understand the subject matter of the Vedanta. So my Guru Maharaj says, you cannot understand the Vedas because, you're fool. So always chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. My Guru Maharaj told me, Krishna mantra haite habe samsara mochana, Krishna mantra haite pabe Krishnere charana. He said, with great faith, if you keep chanting the holy name of Krishna, and one day you will be having the fortune to have a darshan of Krishna. And my Guru Maharaj told me, Nama vinu kale kale nahi ara dharma. He said in Kali Yuga there is no other dharma in the world. There's only one dharma. He says that always to chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. Mahaprabhu told him, Hare Nama, Hare Nama eva kevalam. Kalo nasti eva gatirahanyeta. In Kali Yuga there is no other way, other than chanting of the Hare Krishna mantra. In this way, Mahaprabhu made here everything very easy. What is not be able to understand by so many educated people in the world, somewhere or other the Lord appears as a devotee in the form of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He made it very easily available for people to understand the very human goal of life, not by going through a different kind of scripture which they may not be understood that easily, but simply by bringing the chanting. Mahaprabhu said, Trayo Veda Satangani Chamdamsi Vividasura Sarva Hastakcharam Chasam. He says that all the essence of all the Vedas, the limbs of the Veda, whatever is there in the Vedas, everything is in the 16 words of the Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Nam Namakari Bahula Nija Sarva Sakti. All the potency of the Supreme Lord, the spiritual potency of the Supreme Lord contains into these 16 words of Hare Krishna mantra. And what is the evidence? And one of Mahaprabhu's followers, Saranga Thakur, is an evidence for this thing. Saranga Thakur was very great devotee of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and he was becoming very old, and he don't have anybody around to help him out. And Mahaprabhu told him, you're getting old, you should take some disciples. Then he told Mahaprabhu, I'm not qualified to take any disciple. So Mahaprabhu always tell him that you're getting old, you need some help, you better take some disciples. And he always tell Mahaprabhu, I'm not qualified to take any disciple. So one time Mahaprabhu stopped him, and Mahaprabhu told him, I'm not telling you, I'm giving you order. You must take at least one disciple. So then he took Mahaprabhu's instruction, as his life and soul. Then he decided the next day morning I will go to Ganga to take bath, and the first person I meet towards going to the Ganga, I will make him my disciple. So in this way, early morning, the Brahma Muhurta time, still very dark, he went to Ganga to take bath. And while swimming in the Ganga, and there was one dead body floating, but he doesn't know that it was a dead body. When he was swimming, the dead body, it touched his body, and he thought there is another person is bathing there, and he pulled that dead body. Into the ear of the dead body, he chanted, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And he said, your name will be Murari Chaitanya. Then only the dead body immediately came back to life again. There is the power of the holy name. When it's chanted very purely, very faithfully, it acts, tremendously brings a great potency, spiritual potency in the devotee's life. And he initiated, when he initiated this, dead body, the dead body became to life again. He was named, Murari Chaitanya. Then he became very powerful preacher. Even, he sees a crocodile, he sees, lion, he will go and sit on them and then he will slap their back, he will get them to chant Hare Krishna. He is not fear of anything. And everybody very fear of him because, even he can, make the snake to chant, make the crocodile to chant. So everybody was very influenced by, his way of bhakti. So in this way that the Mahaprabhu made everything very easy for us. How to be a devotee of the Lord, how to perform your duty very nicely. What is very, very difficult for many, many people in the world, even in India, where people are born into the Vedic culture, even they do not understand what is the actual essence of the Vedas. They are very confused of many, many things. That was the reason why Prabhupada has to go to America, because in India they were very confused with many other different things. So in this way, by the mercy of His Divine Grace, Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, what was very difficult and confusing for those people even born into that Vedic culture, become very easy for people like us. We are born outside of India, and we don't have any kind of, proper connection with the Vedic civilization. But today we are able to practice Krishna consciousness only by the mercy of Srila Prabhupada. So the two things we must do in our life, samsara sarpariste murtitanam kalau yuge ausadim bhagavan nama tasmad vaishnava sevanam. That one is that we should always chant Hare Krishna, and second thing is that we should be ready to serve other Vaishnavas, be in association and serve the Vaishnavas and chant the holy name of the Lord. And the door for the Vaikuntha is always open for the devotees who are serving the Vaishnavas and chanting the holy name. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna. Anybody got any questions, any doubts? Want to add in anything?
If somebody goes to the Vaikuntha,
Yeah.
is lucky, but is it possible from Vaikuntha going to
Yeah, possible to go from there.
Krishna Loka?
Yeah.
We have to come back to Earth.
No, even from the heavenly planet you go back, there's a temple everywhere, Krishna's temple. You'll be, from there, I think you'll be uplifted to Krishna Loka.
But in Vaikuntha, is it possible to see Krishna? Or
No, there are four-ended forms of, Vishnu is there.
four?
Is it? From Vaikuntha to go back to Goloka Vrindavan. He's asking whether from Vaikuntha I can go to Goloka Vrindavan.
What I understood is from I'm referring to this Pancharatna Pradeep, is that the mood of Braja Vrindavan, of Krishna as Shama Sundar, 200 forms.
Yeah.
In order to imbibe that mood, you have to come to earth.
Yeah.
Because this Aranya Vaikuntha or Goloka Vrindavan is very similar to earth. If you're already attached to a heavenly enjoyment, then in order to renounce that, you have to actually take birth on earth.
Come back to the earth again.
Because here only pious karma is generated. There only piety is eaten up, is enjoyed. So you therefore Chine Punya Martila Commission. And therefore it's supposed to be from Earth that you can go to Golok, because the other planets are not similar to Golok. They might be similar to Vaikuntha.
Yeah.
But it is true that there is an evolution of consciousness from Vaikuntha to Golok. But it is a rare thing, because people who are in Vaikuntha are already situated in Vestarupa, very happy to the Vaikuntha Vasis. Only with a special mercy, and like Jagat Madhai, Jaya Vijay became Jagat Madhai, and not to be further elevated into this Vaikuntha. So it has to deal with the bhava. Things are possible, but if your bhava is already saturated where you are.
If you're more on the Aishwarya Bhav.
Then there is no chance for you to go to Brajagolok, which is not Aishwarya. It is very much like a forest.
So he said you're already very happy in Vaikuntha. So you're settled down in Vaikuntha.
If I would understand, we come back to, if we want to talk.
Well, he said generally.
You have to come back to Earth.
Yeah, he said generally you have to come back. But rarely somebody from there to go to Goloka Vrindavan. Because you're already having, in the Vaikuntha, you're already living in the opulences, where there is the same, like there is no birth, old age, disease or death. You're already situated very nicely in Vaikuntha. So normally your bhava, your mood is different there, unless you change your mood. And practically, what I understand is that everybody have left certain our original position from the spiritual world, and we have come here. And when you are going back, you're going back to your own. Like, I've come from Malaysia. When I finish my journey, I go back to Malaysia. That's where I've come from. So it's a very deep, detailed subject matter. And there were maybe some differences of opinion could be there. Somebody may say that we have not come from Vaikuntha. Somebody say we have come from Vaikuntha. It's a little bit, differences were there. But whatever is that, the result being in Vaikuntha is almost same. In Vaikuntha, you have the four-ended form. In the Krishna Loka, you are in the two-ended form. In Vaikuntha, you are more in the Aishwarya Bhav. In Vrindavan, you are in the Madhurya Bhav. But there is no birth, old age, disease and death in both these two places. I read also that, even from heavenly planet you can go back. That's because the demigods also, the devotee of Krishna, but generally it's very rare because the enjoyment, you enjoy your, like even in like Germany, not many people wanted to come to the temple. Why? Because they got so many varieties of enjoyment. So they're enjoying their life, so they don't want to come. So what to talk about when you are in the heavenly planet? They're full on. Would be, 100 times, more better enjoyment in heavenly planet than, from the earthly planet. So it would be very rare, it's been said. Okay? Yeah, Prabhupada.
Just ask say something about the Kumaras, because Hinyangash was a guardian of Vaikuntha planet, and then they become cursed by the Kumaras, the four Kumaras.
Yeah.
So then, because of that curse, they came to Earth and they become demons. And then they become really demonic, It's normal. I'm not a curse of the four Kumaras. They're really harsh persons.
Yeah, they were given an opportunity, either they take a 3 birth, 7 birth as a devotee or 3 birth as a demon. When they went, to Vaikuntha, they already passed, 6 doors of the Vaikuntha. The final was is there, the Jai and Vijay were there. But somewhere or other, they told that he is not qualified to go in. Then, because they underestimated them through their external future, being a naked body, their children, they thought, they are not very qualified. And he says that, Rajas tamo tamu biyam madhudvisa padam molam. He says that Now, the moment you're talking like that, they said you're situated in the mode of passionate, and ignorance. He said those who are in the mode of passion and ignorance, they are not allowed to stay here. You have to go and, fall in the material world. Then they began to cry, and then the Lord personally came out, and then they, applied to the Lord to take back the curse given by the Kumaras. And the Lord said the Kumaras also a devotee, said, but the Lord has got a different plan altogether. That, he has to come here to perform some lila. From that, people will be able to learn something in their life to revive their Krishna consciousness. So the Lord says that He cannot take back the curse, but He says, I can give another option. Either 7 lifetime you become a devotee in the earth, or 3 lifetime. So they said 7 lifetime is too long. So they chosen, just the 3 lifetime, So like that. The first life, I think they've taken, Hiranyakashipu, Hiranyaksha. The second one, I think they've taken, Ravana and Kumbhakarna. The third one, I think they are Dantavikra and Sisupal. So it's the arrangement of the Lord that, when He wants to perform some pastime, He has to bring a qualified person to assist Him. Just like He wanted to direct a movie, He wanted to take a movie, you find the right person who can be a good actor to act in the movie. Similarly, nobody could be able to do anything according to the order of the Lord other than the devotee themselves. So the Lord, makes this arrangement so that will be a wonderful pastime here. And we learn so much from, this incident, Hiranyaksha and Hiranyakashipu. We also learn so much from Rama, on the other side, Ravana and Kumbhakarna. So all those things become a way for the living entities to understand that in the material world there are 2 kinds of beings are there. One is divine, another one is demoniac. And how divine will behave, how demoniac will behave, it is practically been shown to us by from the pastime of the Lord Himself. Okay. Hare Krishna. Jai Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Nitai Gaura Pramanande.